think, man, I thought we studied in Africa. Chinese can study. Those people are like bookworms.
Wow.
Like they study 24/7. They're like, oh, so if you guys have a house girl, does that mean the dad can sleep with the house girl too? And for some reason, I don't know where this came from. And I've had so many people telling me I have a Jamaican accent. Hey, Jamaicans out there, you tell me if I have Jamaican accent. I don't know.
So you went on a scholarship. Did somebody have to pick you up, or you just had
So
to?
somebody picked me up in Guangzhou because it's one of the big airports.
Okay.
So somebody picked me up there, and they're like, "Okay, so this is the train. This is how you get to Chongqing." So he helped me out with like getting the ticket and all that. But then,
All right, guys, welcome back again onto Bridging Cultures. And today I have a friend as my guest, and he'll introduce himself in a minute. And like usual, I'm your host, Bryke, and I've come a long way actually to interview this friend over here. And I hope it's going to be a good content, educational, or pick up something that you can pick up from this. And let's see what it can be. Without much ado, I'll let him introduce himself, and then we can kick it off from now.
yeah, I'm Amos. I go by AK sometimes. Me and Brian come a long way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's been like 4 years, right?
4 years. We met in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
It was during college.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
To this day, man.
Man.
You're hustling. He's a hustler.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Anyway, so I want you to talk about your cultural shocks from, actually, as a matter of fact, I need you to talk about your culture in Tanzania, some of the cultures that people don't know or some Africans don't know about Tanzania. And you're going to tell us a little bit about the culture shocks you faced going to China, all that, and the ones that you faced in the United States. We're going to do some comparisons and see, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
So I think, I feel like this is my iconic story.
Uh-huh.
Like whenever I meet people, they'll be like, okay, so how did you get to the US?
Uh-huh.
Because most Americans, basically, if you meet them and they hear the accent, they'll be like, oh, so where are you from? Like, how did you end up in Wichita? Because,
Yeah.
you know, Wichita or like St. Louis is not, it's known, but it's not one of the big cities where you can say that you're coming from home and saying that, oh, I'm going to St. Louis. Like, it's not like saying I'm going to Washington or I'm going to California.
True.
But anyways, it's an iconic story to me because I moved from Tanzania when I was 18.
18?
That's when I went to China.
Oh, wow.
So I went to China. It was basically a scholarship. So I went to China, and I arrived there, and I was just shocked on how you can go to a country that speaks zero English. So basically, China, if you're going to Guangzhou or you're going to like one of the big cities, you'll find people speaking English.
Yeah.
But I went to a city called Chongqing.
Chongqing?
Yeah, Chongqing. That's where I went, and
Maching Chong.
yeah, that's where I went, and I was just alone, and nobody was there to like help me with direction and anything.
So how did you maneuver though?
That's why I look back and I'm like, what was I doing?
Hold on. So you went on a scholarship. Did somebody have to pick you up, or you just had
So
to?
somebody picked me up in Guangzhou because it's one of the big airports.
Okay.
So somebody picked me up there, and they're like, okay, so this is the train. This is how you get to Chongqing. So he helped me out with like getting the ticket and all that. But then going to Chongqing to my college, I did that by myself. And when I arrived there, it was completely different from what was happening in Guangzhou. Like nobody spoke English, and I was like, I was like, okay, here's my murder story. Like,
Wait, so
I
how was
was
the
born in
transportation?
China. Yeah?
How would you describe the transportation down there?
I think China is one of the most developed countries when it comes to infrastructure.
Okay.
Man, it was amazing. Like I got the one of the cheapest uh, trains to go
Mhm.
to Chongqing.
Mhm.
Like it was good, man. Like it was good. China, when it comes to transportation, it's
How
good.
about the tidiness? Is it too clean?
It's clean. Like they have standards. They have levels.
Mhm.
Like there are people who are very rich and there are people who are like middle class
Yeah.
and very low class, and you could see it. But when it comes to transportation,
Mhm.
it kind of brings different levels of life together.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I could tell, like I could see how different people with different classes are just all in the same
Group
place.
and
Yeah.
okay. That's nice. That's nice. So which school did you go to?
So the school itself was called Chongqing Dashue. So I know
Damn, you're speaking too much Chinese that I.
my Chinese accent is coming out. Chongqing Dashue. So that's where I went, and it's just this one guy from I think it was Pakistan or something,
Mhm.
and he could, energy is real, man.
Yeah.
He just saw me and he kind of realized I needed help.
Oh wow,
So he
you're
was
lucky.
like, well, where you going, blah blah blah, and I was like, man, I'm going to this university,
Mhm.
and I got a scholarship. And he was like, "Oh, I go to the same university." So that's how he helped me, and I went there. But I arrived so late
Mhm.
that the administration office was closed.
Uh,
So I
so you
kind of
had to go
I
back
crashed
to.
I crashed by his place, and
Uh,
then by the next day we got things covered.
wow, wow, wow. Kudos to him. Kudos to him for helping you.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah.
yeah, man.
Wow. So taking classes over there, how was it? How would you compare it to Tanzania?
I think, man, I thought we study
Mhm.
in Africa.
Mhm.
Oh, Chinese can study. Those people are like bookworms,
Wow.
like they study 24/7, and I think that's why they're just smart. Like the
Mm.
hell are smart.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
Would you I know we usually see these comparisons on the internet. They do say Chinese people start making mechanical stuff from kindergarten and all that, and Africans are just it's all about God and all that. Is it true or
You find that in every country, but I think China is one of the countries where they just do things. They just driven into doing business
Mhm.
and driven into inventing things. And I don't know, I could see little kids and all they did is growing family business.
oh wow.
Like they'll be on scooters, like they're very little. They're already on scooters,
Mhm.
delivering stuff. They're just meant to work, man.
That's
They just
crazy. I
work.
wish Africa was like that too.
In Africa, you
Mm.
have to go to school. And
Yeah, that's
it's
true. I
a
mean,
must. You don't have an option. It's a must.
definitely, yeah. Yeah. It was enforced by
Yeah,
the parents a lot of times.
yeah.
Yeah. What are the cultural practices that you guys have in Tanzania? Like, I think I've asked you that, but I don't think you answered it.
Uh-huh.
The cultural practices that you all guys have in Tanzania that other African countries don't know.
You need to be in other countries to know that they don't do stuff the way you do.
Mhm.
And I feel when I'm comparing this to you guys, and
Mhm.
I have a lot of Nigerian friends in Benin.
Okay.
I feel like we Tanzanians,
Mhm.
we talk too much, and that's our energy. Like that's our strength on getting things done.
So if
Like
you guys
those,
talk too much, how about Nigerians then?
I feel like, okay. I don't know. I've met Nigerians. That's why
Uh-huh.
I always vibe when I meet Nigerians. But I feel like Tanzanians, we talk too much more than what we can do. So we are more of negotiators. If you want to negotiate,
Uh-huh.
get a Tanzanian.
Wow.
Get a
Wow.
Tanzanian. And I feel like you guys, I always tell my Kenyan friends, you guys are just savage, man.
I mean, yeah, we are.
Kenyans are just savage,
We
man.
are.
I have one Kenyan friend, and what she used to say, because she was dating, I don't know, she was dating this guy, I don't know from where, but actually the guy said uh, the guy was comparing Kenyan women to Nigerian men for how tough they are. Like,
okay,
I don't know how true that is, though. Hey, Kenyans, nothing wrong with you. I'm just courting, okay?
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Kenyan women are so tough, and I think I'd put the word ruthless, but it's not really ruthless. It's just if they want to be blunt, they can be blunt, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I take that for sure. So that's the only thing you'd say.
So I don't know. It's just I feel like we're similar too in some type of ways. We are more like you brought it up, religious driven. You grow up in a family, and you kind of grow based on how you guys believe in a certain religion.
Yeah,
and, I think that's how it rolls, and basic stuff like school is everything. That if you're born in Africa, school is the answer.
Yeah, it's the first thing before anything
unless
else.
Unless it's not.
True. Not unless if you can't afford it, then that's the only problem. But if your parent can pay for it, you have to do that first before anything. For sure.
Yep.
So speaking of not Christianity, God-based religions, are you guys more Christians or what is your main
like the dominant religion? I say we are half, and and I would say we have more Muslims than Christians in a very small percent. But it's a 50-50 country, and I kind of like it that way sometimes because I meet my friends who are from like Saudi Arabia, like the Islamic countries, and you just cannot marry somebody out of
religious
religion. But because Tanzania is divided, it's 50-50, it's not a problem. Like we have a lot of marriages which are Muslim and Christian, and it's just normal.
No, that's nice. I think in Kenya it's almost the same thing too. It's like we have a lot of Christianity for sure, but it's pretty much equally distributed. So there's no biasness of this is more dominant than the other or whatever, but it's pretty much it's a good mix for sure. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So now at least I know Tanzanians talk a lot. That's something I didn't know.
Hey, they say don't let a Tanzanian start negotiating. Like, man, I couldn't pay you that money because XYZ, blah blah blah. Yeah, once the Tanzanian has reached that stage, it's over. He won't.
He won't pay you. Now I know. Now I know. So next time you owe me money, you better not start talking like that.
Nah.
Wow. And in China, what are some of the cultural shocks that you faced in China?
So this is something I tell people that go to China. There's a difference between racism and curiosity.
Okay.
I feel in China I was getting more of curiosity vibes.
Okay.
And people misinterpret that too.
Racism.
So they're just curious. They want to know. They've never seen black guy. They're like, okay, like where do you come from? Like where you come from? Do you guys have animals? Do you guys live with them? Like it's more like those questions where
some of them will do face in the United States.
Yeah. And some of them get intense. One of my friends was in the metro, and this Chinese goes, "Hey, so how big is it?" Like I'm like, we don't do that. We all look at each other like that just happened.
Man, I think that would be a most uncomfortable conversation for sure.
yeah, I
Because
mean,
you didn't start off from somewhere, so he just jumped in with that question.
just
I'm like,
jumped in, and it was crazy is there was he asked that in Chinese, so like yeah, so you can't even go around it because the other Chinese like listening. It's in the metro, and I was like, yeah.
did you guys answer that question?
No, we just looked at him and we ignored. And the other thing is, I think to adding up to that curiosity,
Mhm.
I think they're very like shy, and I don't know if it's they're scared or
I think it's the way they want to phrase it, and they don't know how to phrase it when they ask you that question. So they pretty much hold back because they don't know if they're offending you or, sometimes curiosity comes from a genuine place. But depending on how many interactions you've had before, now you can see, I've asked this question before, but somebody got offended, and I didn't get the answer that I expected, but I didn't come off the wrong way either. So sometimes it's the framing that they're trying to figure it out. But
I see.
A lot of times you can't have the right framing. It depends.
But then one time I was like, I went to this time I was by myself, and I went to the metro, and there was like two Chinese, like it was like like those side seats, and I was like going to sit there because there was one spot left.
Yeah.
And as soon as I sat there, like they stood up and left. I was like, well, this is all mine now.
Whoa, that would traumatize me for sure.
Well, I think what helps me, some people got so offended with that because I'm not the only one who faced that. And I think what helps me is I try to be very open-minded when I go to a different
new
country.
environments.
I try to be very open-minded, like, okay, this is what they do. Yeah.
So you didn't get offended at all?
I didn't. It was weird how it happened, but I understood later. It's like, okay, some people they have never sat close to a black person.
Black people,
Because even back home, I remember we used to have like white folks coming to school. Like most of them are missionaries and all that. And I remember our class. I was in the first grade. I remember this, and this one guy came there, and the first thing people do like is try to touch the ear. Like, how does the ear feel? Like, is it as hard as the pigs? Like, it's just the curiosity. It's the same thing we do when we see white people back home. It's just the same I experienced in China.
I think you're speaking about that. It reminds me, like, I think every time that I used to see a white person back home, the first thing I'll have to look at is the nose. How long is it?
How long it is,
I want to see it. Yeah. I think now I see that.
Yeah, I think you really don't see your flaws when
not
until you're in that position.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow. That's nice. Any other cultural shock?
Really.
The way of life.
Life is life in China is way advanced. We think, it's advanced here in America, but in China it's just you just buy fruits and there'll be a machine where it can blend for you, so you just put there, it blends for you, and it's just they have simplified stuff because
they've made it more convenient.
They make it more convenient, and there are a lot of things that are going on in China, and you live there and be like, I didn't know I need this, but it's cool. It's cool.
So in some way, it's making you lazy.
It's. I can't say lazy. It's just convenient.
Pretty much when it's more convenient, you become more dependent on. And when you go somewhere that something is not there, it's like, okay, I can't do without this.
I think it depends on how you use it. Because I feel like I don't know. It depends on how you use it. Because let's say
let's use an example of washing machines. In Africa, we never used to wash. We never used to use washing machines and stuff. It was all hands and every time. So right now, you've been using washing machines for how long?
Forever.
Exactly. So if you had to go back to wash your hands with hands, would you do it?
I can still do it. I would do it, but it doesn't make sense to me because we use a lot of time back home to wash. Like if it's a laundry day, it's a laundry day.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole day we are doing laundry.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you're using a washing machine to wash the clothes so you can replace that time into doing something productive, I don't think that makes you lazy.
It doesn't, but the dependency makes you know I can't do it. I already have something I can do it.
To me, I feel like
same thing as in the kitchen. The machine, what you call this? The part that makes you rice.
The rice cooker.
The rice cooker. you can still exactly. You can still cook rice if you want to, but the conveniency has made you feel like no, I ain't got no time to do that. You can still go and watch TV, which is not something productive anyway. But you're like, let it do its due.
So yeah, like back to that it's about how you use it. You'll be lazy if you're just using that and you're just scrolling on TikTok, right?
I mean, okay,
washing machine is going on. I'm nothing against that. I'm just saying you're trying to replace that time with something productive. So if the washing machine is running, then you're trying to take the clothes that are done and start folding. So it's basically you're trying to save your time, and I feel like that doesn't make you lazy, but more like smart with your time. I don't know. That's just me. And I see where you're coming from. It's going
to be some laziness into it.
Yeah, honestly, some laziness, definitely.
Like I was going to ask you, how many times have you cooked rice physically before using that?
So to me, I'm very biased on that because, hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but the rice that you make on a gas stove or electric stove and the rice that you make in a rice cooker, the difference is very small. But if you make it from the charcoal, if you're making it from the charcoal
it dries
cooker,
out completely.
It's a good rice. Like, to me, it's either rice cooker or just make it on the charcoal for me to see the difference on a charcoal cooker. Because man, the way
I think
African
you speaking
moms,
of charcoal cooker, I don't think most Americans will understand what you're talking about.
Okay, so the charcoal stove,
I think I'll put it right down there for them to see.
Yeah, so
because I think they'll integrate it to the grill.
I see what you're saying. So it's kind of the same.
It's kind of the same, but I don't think the pot can go into the grill. Not unless it's an open grill.
Yeah, unless it's an open grill. So basically, the charcoal stove is you use the charcoal as your source of heat, and you kind of have to gauge that. And it's not as fancy as the grill where you can raise it up and down. It's basically you have to take out the actual charcoal and then to balance the heat. So you really need to be the DJ there. you really need to be the DJ. Do your thing. And to me, man, African moms just make the best rice.
Bro, you don't
we had so a house girl is a thing back home. So basically house girl is a lady who basically live with you in the house and help with the house chores.
Yeah.
And we had one lady, and man, she was good. She would take that charcoal and put it on top of the lid, put it on top. So basically the rice would be cooking from top and bottom. Man,
I think I remember what you're talking about.
The thing is just on point.
Yeah,
so
I know what you're talking about.
And and now that I talked about the house girl thing, this is another question I get from most Americans. They're like, "Oh, so if you guys have a house girl, does that mean the dad can sleep with the house girl too?" I get that question a lot because I told them, "Hey, house girl is a thing back home. You basically have a girl living with you, helping with the chores." And they're like, "Oh, so even sleeping with the dad?" I'm like,
"Hell no,
no." I mean, it happens sometimes. We have had
that's considered cheating. That's cheating.
Not considered. That is cheating. And,
it's cheating.
We have had incidents though where, the house girl will be pregnant and.
It's pretty much
starts questioning.
Somebody cheated. Obviously,
somebody cheating. But sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. Because we do have houseboys too, and that's how sometimes houseboys end up with house girls. But then the mom cannot put two and two together. The mom is so fixed to, "Oh, you are cheating." Anyways, that just popped up in my mind.
Yeah, it makes sense actually. Yeah, speaking about that, but. Yeah, that's a good topic actually. I think the machines they're more convenient for sure. But to some point, it's I think the behavior of using them continuously creates dependency,
Yes, dependence.
and in some way you get lazy.
I
Now
agree.
you forget to do other things how you used to do them.
It's like a muscle memory.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Oh, speaking of, you know how sometimes people ask you to teach them Swahili. Did you ever teach Chinese people Swahili when they was curious or anything?
Yeah, I did, and like I told you, Chinese are just learners and doers.
Mhm.
Once they want to do something, they will go all out.
How easy was it for them to grasp it?
You know what's crazy? Chinese is very similar to Swahili, like the language structure,
So you just read it the way it's written.
the way it's written, and then um, I might be wrong though. For how I learned it,
Mhm.
they only have past, present, and future tense, and that's it. The language is over. Which I feel like in Swahili, that's how it is.
It's
But
pretty much yeah.
when you come to English or
Yeah,
French, you
you
have past, past participle, past perfect,
Past future.
past future tense.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's complex.
Future present. I think there's future present. If I'm not
I
wrong.
don't know, man.
I think
I
yeah, but
don't
it's a
know.
lot for sure. In
It's a
English,
lot.
it's a lot. Yeah.
English and I feel like English and French very similar. Yeah.
I haven't learned French, but I can only chip in for English.
Yeah.
But that's nice. So how many people did you get to teach Swahili though?
It's not like a class.
I mean, it's not like a class, but I'm saying
But,
friends.
yeah,
Like how many friends?
Some words, yeah, some words here and there.
Mhm.
I would say almost all my friends, I would make them speak Swahili. That's one of the things I do.
Mhm.
When I meet people, you know, if you just approach someone and try to teach them Swahili, they'll be like, "Oh, why are you forcing this language?"
Yeah,
on
on
me?"
me. Yeah.
So basically, the tactic I use is I try to learn their language first, and then once they tell me,
They
that's
build
when
the
I'm
curiosity
like,
of
knowing mine, and
Mhm.
that's how I've been doing it. And I think all my friends, man, and I don't find it difficult to make friends. So I'll say like 30 something, or whenever I meet you, it's like slap you with that Swahili.
Okay.
Yeah.
You doing okay? Speaking of, that was in China. In America, how many people have you taught Swahili?
In America, I can't. I mean, I lived with my cousins, taught them Swahili.
In school, did you teach anybody Swahili?
In school, I'll say yeah. My ex, she was curious to learn about
Yeah.
it.
For girlfriends, yeah, I get that.
They'll be very interested. That's one thing I like about Americans. They like learning the culture because I feel they find it so good to be unique.
I think the
So,
accent is what just pretty much pulls them closer.
yeah, and they just once they're in a relationship with an African guy or even outside of America, maybe let's not count Spanish because it's we are so close to Mexico and we get a lot of Spanish speaking people, but anything out of that, Americans brag about it. It's like it'll be like, man, my man is from Angola, my man is from Benin, my man is from like they will brag about it. They're proud.
And the vice versa is true once they break up with you.
I don't know about that.
No, oh man, I've had conversations like, if an American woman dated an African man and got heartbroken, whatever. I think sometimes a lot of them that I've heard is they say with African men, don't play with them. I don't know. I don't think I'd date another African man, whatever. I'm like, oh wow. I don't know what they be doing. I haven't done anything to nobody. So to say, I'm just assuming anyway. But
that's another thing. I think what most Americans treat Africa as a country.
They do.
Yeah,
but
we're a continent. You get we are so close. Like my country is very close to yours, but already we see differences. We see some differences, and that's just how broad we are. And I feel like when Americans date any African,
they think it's all of Africa.
It's that oversimplification that all Africans are that way, but really we are from different angles and having different.
And I think we have different traditions too. So the way somebody gonna treat you is not the way somebody from a different country gonna treat you.
And you can be from the same country and have two different experiences, you know, because I've met people who are biased and be like, oh, oh, Nigerians are controlling. Oh, they'll say Africans are controlling, and I'll be like, who did you date? I dated a Nigerian, but I'm like, not all Nigerians are that way.
Hmm.
You need within Nigeria, there's something called tribes.
Yeah.
They're from different tribes.
Hmm.
People from different tribes will treat you different
Yeah.
based on what they believe. And me and you, we can relate that because we do have tribes too.
Hmm.
So basically, for people who don't know, tribes is basically like when you are from Missouri, you're from South Carolina, you will own a tribe.
Yeah.
So you will have a tribe, you have a language that you speak, you have the way that you do things, even if you're from a different state.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you speaking about Nigerians, I would like to ask you a question. Most times when you meet, considering in America, when you meet a lot of Americans, what country do they assume you from?
I think most of them is Nigeria and Kenya because
Kenya?
Yeah, I think Kenya is very famous.
Man,
in
it
America.
is famous,
It's
but
very known.
a lot of people that I meet, they keep assuming I'm Jamaican or Nigerian.
Okay, I get Jamaican a lot, not because of my looks.
Uh-huh.
It's because of my accent. And for some reason, I don't know where this came from. And I've had so many people telling me I have a Jamaican accent. Hey, Jamaicans out there, you tell me if I have Jamaican accent. I don't know.
I've had the same thing too.
I've never been in Jamaica.
Never, neither have I.
But I met someone who made a very good point. He said once you start speaking more than one language, you create a new accent.
Definitely.
So I was like, oh, maybe that's what it is. Because once maybe my Chinese is mixing with my Swahili,
and I think pronunciation do change too.
Yeah, and it brings out an accent that's from somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've heard Jamaicans speaking. I don't think I speak Jamaican.
I don't think I do either, but I think it's just the physique probably, or the face, or most times it's not going to be the whole conversation, but pretty much if you speak either first sentence, two sentences, they'll be like, you from Jamaica? Like, no. But yeah, I've gotten that too. I just had to ask you that because I think I've had a lot of people call me Nigerian or something. I'm like, I'm not from Nigeria, so. And I've told a lot of people I'm from Kenya too, but every time we meet again, they forget about it. They're like, I thought you was from Nigeria. I'm like, no.
And especially because I have I'm surprised you're not wearing the
I had mine. Bracelet. I just took it off. It's in the house.
So especially when I have my bracelet on, we have very similar colors to Jamaica. The only extra color we have is blue that Jamaica doesn't have, but everything else same to Jamaica.
It's pretty much same, yeah.
Yeah, green, yellow, black, and people are like, "Oh, is that Jamaica?"
Yeah, it's pretty much confusing too.
Yeah,
but yeah, I need to go to Jamaica though. Yeah. The rafts.
I need to go. I need to go to Jamaica. I need to go to
the Caribbean.
Dominican Republic.
Yeah. Let me not say what. Yeah. I think I remember what you're talking about, but it's okay.
Hey, you know
that's
what I'm
funny.
Talking about. DR.
That's funny. Oh wow. Okay. Speaking of cultural shocks in China, what are some of the cultural shocks you faced the time you came to the United States?
I think I knew what to expect. I don't think it was that different because my family is mixed. We are like, okay, I'm not mixed, I'm fully Tanzanian, but we have had relatives who married in other countries, and I found it so similar to how they behaved. So it's more like I was slowly putting my foot into the water.
Okay.
And by the time I came here, and I was like, oh,
you pretty much knew what to expect.
Yeah.
So there was nothing new, totally like.
I was, yeah. Maybe the way we, maybe the way we lived. I don't know, man. I didn't, because I lived with my auntie for a long time. I don't think there was a big culture shock to make me go like, whoa. Oh, okay. One thing. Maybe I should ask you. If you wash your feet and you use that water in a small bucket, where are you gonna dump it? Where are you gonna dump that water?
On the grass outside.
Outside, okay. I would say outside or in the bathroom, but
it depends. It depends.
In the
because I think most times when you wash your feet, it's in the house, And I think most times, me growing up in Africa, whatever,
Mhm.
the home that I grew in,
Mhm.
Africa is big, people are rich, some are not. The house that I grew up in, there was no bathroom in the house.
Oh yeah, bathroom
We
was
had
outside.
we had some people call it pit latrines, some people call it toilets. It was outside. So sometimes it's a bit distance from
Yeah,
the
you have
house.
to walk.
Yeah.
Going to shower is a decision. You have going to shower is a to-do list. You have to walk there.
And I can tell you a lot of amount of times that you see how the same way you be like in the house right now over here. You can go in the bathroom and be like, damn, I forgot something in the
Oh,
bathroom.
you're not forgetting anything. You need to carry everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Back home, you'd forget it and you've walked at quite some distance. You're like, I have to go back again and get it. God damn. Now you have to go back, get it, come back. It's a lot.
When you have to take a shit, you need to calculate
Actually,
how long is it gonna take me from walking from here to the bathroom, hoping that nobody's in there.
How was it for you, like going to the bathroom at night?
Because we used to. It depends on the households, though. I think by the time I was growing up, we already started having bathrooms in the house.
No, I'm talking about the time you did have it outside at night. How was the feeling going out just to go to the bathroom?
So I didn't experience that in my parents' home, but in my other relatives, yes, it was a thing, and we had a small. They would take like a big bottle, like a big bottle, and we kind of just cut it, and that would be like your quick solution. But if you have to go for number two,
it sounds disgusting, but I think that was pretty much. And you know, Africa being Africa, sometimes you can meet an animal outside. There can be a thief outside. You never know. And I think whatever you're talking about, I understand. And I think I'll post these things for people to see. And there's going to be a lot of judgment from this stuff.
Yeah.
But
I think I experienced that a lot from my my village, where originally I come from. And it's more like we had a lot of hyenas there. Hyenas is a thing, man.
Yeah,
we had a lot of hyenas there. And going to the bathroom is
scary at night. It is scary at night for sure.
Yeah, so I don't know, man.
Yeah, I get the feeling, trust me. So that's why I had to ask you at night, because I know sometimes for me, when you got at night, I was like, nope, I'm not going. I'm not going.
We're holding.
Yeah, hey, you gotta hold it or do the same thing you just said. Yeah. Use a potty or something. Bro, I'm telling you,
it was
scary. It was scary for sure. And I think that's a story that I have to talk on a different episode.
Yeah, and sorry guys, I'm a nurse, so I really.
No, I get it, but for some people it's gonna be like disgusting or something.
Yeah.
But that's what it is, though. Wow. In China, did you make friends? Okay, yeah, you spoke about friends for sure. Was it easy making friends apart from the guy who helped you move around and stuff?
I think it's my personality. Everywhere I go, I don't think making friends is a hard thing for me.
So considering where you was in CHONGQIING, you said a lot of people didn't speak English. How did you communicate? Did you face communication challenges?
And I think that was a good thing to me. I did face the challenge, and I reached a point and I was like, okay, for me to make friends, I need to step up on my Chinese game. So that made me learn Chinese very fast. I'm not fluent, but I was in a position where I can start a conversation.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing to me, because I really learned Chinese very fast, and I started making friends, go outside, make friends. And yeah, it worked.
That's nice. Was there challenges in class while you were schooling over there?
I would say classes, no. Because like I told you, Chinese, they do study hard.
Oh, pretty much.
And
yeah, they study hard.
From Africa, I could put two and two together, and it worked. Yeah, it worked. It was not hard. Yeah.
Wow. How was the assignments? How would you say they give assignments over there in comparison to the United States or Tanzania?
I think it was similar to the way we do it back home in Tanzania.
Wait, like so they don't have multiple choices?
Oh, they do have, but they want you to think. You know those questions.
Man, I hate
Hey,
Hey.
you tell me. So I don't know if this is a Tanzania Kenyan thing or it's
Mhm.
entire Africa. You have a question. You have a question, like especially in history, you'll be like, Ngoni migration was a success.
Mhm.
Discuss.
Yeah, explain. 10
Explain.
marks. Man,
Man,
I
those
don't think we've
questions are
had
just
that in the United States.
no. You don't do that.
Yeah.
Like you need to give.
I think most of their questions is pretty much multiple choices.
Yeah, it's basically okay. Life is about options.
Mhm.
Which option would work for you, and tell us why. I feel like that's how American education
Man.
goes.
And I think for them, they describe this, they pretty much give you a story and then you have to do multiple choices with them. And I think it's pretty much easy. Somebody said from the last video, the United States education system is pretty much easier than Africa. And I think, was it Kenya? I think at some point, I think Kenya got ranked this top 5 toughest schooling system.
I'm not surprised.
I wasn't too. I was like,
I'm
man,
not
we do a
surprised.
lot. We do a lot.
I remember we used to have Kenyan teachers coming to teach in Tanzania, and
Mhm.
most of them were teaching math and English. We had a lot of Kenyan teachers.
How was that experience?
It was cool. We're very similar in the way we do things, you know. Yeah, and I think you know the guy. What's his name?
Who?
The Kenyan guy who like plays the teacher role. Tom Daktari.
Tom, that
Yeah,
he used to teach you guys.
No, I like that's the best guy we used to get. I like that guy because he reminds me.
He's hella funny for
Yeah,
sure. He's hella funny.
I like the guy. Yeah.
I like that. I was gonna ask you, your schooling system is kind of funny. I'm not trying to be funny, but anyway, your chemistry. How do you guys frame chemistry into Swahili?
Okay, I think that's another thing you guys don't know. We'll learn chemistry in English, but the general science,
Mhm.
you get an option of doing it in Swahili or English, depending if you went to Swahili medium schools
Mhm.
or English medium schools. So, in the beginning,
Mhm.
there are people who do science in Swahili, entirely Swahili.
So how do they phrase it into Swahili?
They just phrase it the way the way the words.
Okay,
are
so
supposed to be.
phrase this question for me. Mix sodium chloride.
Yeah, I cannot tell you that because I didn't do science in Swahili. But
Okay.
there's some words like even when it comes to computer.
How do you call a pop sound in Swahili?
I don't know.
Okay, litmus paper.
You're taking me way back, man.
I'm just curious because I think I saw one question on Swahili on chemistry, but phrased in Swahili.
Yeah.
I was like, it's so hard to understand it.
Yeah.
And I think getting an answer would be so hard because if you had to do like a laboratory where you have to mix a chemical, you have to say it had a popping sound, or you had to use a litmus paper, or how do you use these words in Swahili?
So that's more like a higher level of science, and that's where people have to do it in English. But there are people who learned science in Swahili since they were young, and also that's like it's not a must. You can pick to do Swahili.
So it's a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice. You can choose to do it in Swahili or English. And I can tell you those people are like talking the words. Even their computer classes, they would say like, okay, well, how do you call a remote in Swahili?
We just call it a remote in Kenya. That's it.
I'm challenging even some Tanzanians out there. You tell me how a remote is supposed to be called in Swahili.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
when I saw the word, it's basically Kiendesha Masafa.
What?
Kiendesha Masafa. And then we have things like Kikokoteo.
What is Kikokoteo?
Man, I have to remember this one, but I know for sure Kiendesha Masafa is the remote.
Kiendesha.
I think Kikokoteo.
Masao or Masawa?
Masafa. Basically, Kiendesha is like driving.
Yeah.
And Masafa is like, I think it's like waves.
I think it's the case or something. Okay.
Waves. Masafa is like waves.
Okay.
But yeah.
So Kikokoteo, you don't know what that is?
I don't remember what that means, but I remember seeing that word.
I think I'll put this on the picture. These 3 things, not this one, but I think this. Yeah, I'll have to put all this. But yeah, Kiende show myself. That is funny. Yeah. That is funny. That's crazy.
I know, man.
Wow. Okay. I think we've talked a lot. What is anything else that we don't know about the culture that we need to?
I just think, man, the same stuff we usually talk about.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like,
I have a. What is your tradition like when you marry somebody?
okay, so pretty much how we do it is it's like a wingman. We'll have a wingman who always it's a man approaching
A lady.
a lady. Yeah,
Always,
it's not the other way around.
Yeah.
Um, you have a wingman. A wingman will send a letter to that family, and
Which family? The man's
the-
family or the woman's family?
so my wingman will send the letter to the lady's family,
Okay.
saying that, hey, somebody's interested
Interested
to
in
your
your daughter.
daughter, and this is how much we are willing to offer. So
that's the dowry.
For people out there, yeah, we call it dowry, and we are not buying the person, or we are not putting a price tag. It's just
an appreciation for
appreciation. Yeah, it's a sign of respect, and we will just, and it can be money, or it can be cows, it can be a land, it can be a house.
Yeah.
Based on how you truly want to appreciate the daughter.
Yeah.
And then after sending that, the family will either deny completely, or they will say, hey, we appreciate that you're interested, but kind of need to fix your dowry, you need to maybe add a cow, or add few cents there. And then after that, once you guys agree to the dowry price, then the uncles, I think I don't remember if it's aunties from the woman's side and uncles from the guy's side, or maybe uncles from the lady side and aunties from the... Anyways, somewhere in between, some part of the family needs to meet and talk and say, okay, we both agree we're gonna give you our daughter. And after that, I think it starts a kitchen party. Yeah, it starts a kitchen party where it's only women.
Okay.
And,
so are they like cooking, or?
So a kitchen party, basically they're telling the woman how to live with a man, how to go with a man.
Okay.
Which I feel like with the way things change now, they're starting to kind of take that away. And I feel like we still need that.
I think we still need it.
We still need it, because I feel like we are in a generation where men are being taught how to treat a woman,
but women are now taught how to
treat a man. Yeah. And I think it should go both ways.
True.
And I feel like those kitchen parties, that's what they did.
They played a vital role.
This is how you live with a man. This is how you can maintain your marriage. I feel like it's not as important these days as it used to be. People just ignore it. I feel my future wife will need to go through it. Yeah, we'll need to go through that. And then after that, there'll be a send-off party. So basically, a send-off party that they're giving the daughter is a party to give the daughter to the man.
So handing the daughter to you.
Handing the daughter to my family. So basically saying, oh, you can take my name, my last name.
So they're blessing you.
They're blessing you. Yeah. So it's very emotional. There'll be tears and all that in the send-off party, because it's basically it's them saying, you're not our child now, you're their child. And then after that, it's the actual wedding. And usually the send-off is handled by the lady side, and then the wedding is handled by the man's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a question. There was this debate about not how women should, but I think I've spoken to somebody from Congo, a Congolese, and he's told me the wedding preparation and all that. And I think that's why I had to ask you that question, because in Uganda, women kneel when they serve their men. Do Tanzanians practice that?
It's a tribal thing again.
So for you, it's tribal?
It's a tribal thing. There are tribes which are known for kneeling down. Like they will kneel down for everything. I know tribes where the lady's the one kneeling down when you're proposing. the lady will be the one on the knees, and you the guy standing giving the ring.
Oh wow.
But some parts of Tanzania is basically you're the man. You go on your knees and you give the ring. And it's very tribal, but in general, it's a thing. You kneel when you're giving something. Like if I say, hey, can you help me with water? Then if you're bringing me some water, then you not all the way down, but kind of like half a kneel. Like it's a sign of respect.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like they do it entirely for like sign of respect, but in some stuff, it's more tribal. So like the send off party I was talking about, there's a part where the lady has to look for a man in the venue.
She has to do what?
She like so if the lady to whoever I proposed, that lady needs to look for me in the venue. Like she needs to look for me. She needs to look around and make sure she finds me.
Wait, so you're being placed somewhere or
somewhere? Yeah.
Okay.
So you won't be on the stage with her.
Okay.
She has to look for you. And I've seen some tribes, correct me if I'm wrong, Tanzanian women out there. I've seen some of them, after they find you, they go on their knees back to the stage. So they'll be like walking on their knees.
I would love to see this practically.
Yeah, I think I'll share some videos.
Okay, if you got some, I'd love that.
I'll share some videos. It's a thing. Or if you're taking a gift to the parents, they'll literally walk on their knees from the stage
to you.
Yeah, to you.
Oh wow,
it's a respect, and I think I need to do my research. I think it's also a South American thing. If there are any South American people there, you tell me, because I don't know if you know a soccer player, Rafinha.
No.
So Rafinha played for Leeds, and when he was leaving Leeds United, he walked on his knees to the fans, like, and he's a guy. He walked on his knees to the guy. So I think it's a culture that's spread out somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had to ask you that question. I'm just curious because I think I heard about Congolese and some bits about Uganda. So I'm trying to find out more about more other African countries, and not only Africa, but the entire eternity of how far I can get to. So with that much being said, do you have anything else to say, an advice for somebody who's moving from either Tanzania to China, what to expect, how to go about life, or how to maneuver if they're new?
I'd say be open-minded. Don't be too fixed, like, oh, I'm coming to we see a lot of people who say, oh, I'm coming here to be a doctor, I'm coming here to do nursing, and kind of be open-minded. You will be surprised on how many things you can do in America and still make money. It's just that we came with that mentality of like education will be the key here.
The key to everything.
And we just come that way and do it that way. But if you're coming to America, you are young, hey, be open-minded. There are a lot of opportunities, a lot. Just take your time, do what's right, and just give yourself some time. Things will just click.
Okay.
Things will just click. Learn the system.
All right. I think for those Tanzanians who are watching who want to travel, then you've heard it from one of your guys. I was not going to say that, but that's one of your guys anyway. All right. I think this is the finish. We don't have much else to say, but for those who've watched this point, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And that's how you can only support me. Thank you. Until next time, deuces.
Peace out. Ilikuwa how long?
Ilikuwa